Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really cool study that says it's found the real secret to unlocking workplace innovation. And a little hint, it has nothing to do with beanbag chairs or free snacks.
All right, let's kick things off with a big question. I mean, this is something that's on the mind of every single leader out there, whether you're running a tiny startup or a massive corporation. What's that one thing, that holy grail, that they are all chasing after?
Yup, you got it. Innovation. It's the name of the game, right? It's really what separates the companies that lead the pack from the ones that get left behind. The ones doing the disrupting and the ones, well, getting disrupted.
And this isn't just some fluffy business buzzword. A recent study from 2023 puts it pretty bluntly. For modern businesses, innovation has become a full-on survival strategy. So the message is kind of stark, innovate or you're going to get left in the dust.
Okay, so we all agree innovation is crucial, but that leads to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? How do you actually do it? How do you create an environment, a system even, that just constantly cranks out those brilliant, game-changing ideas?
Well, the research is super clear about where this innovation comes from. And surprise, surprise, it's not just from the top down, from the C-suite. Nope, it comes from your employees, the people on the front lines. And when you actually empower them to be innovative, the positive effects are huge. We're talking about better products, smoother operations, and even happier employees.
All right, so if your employees are the engine for innovation, the big question is, how do you turn the key? How do you unlock all that potential? Well, this is where a really powerful tool enters the picture, something a lot of people are calling HR's new superpower, and that is human resource analytics.
So, human resource analytics, or HRA for short, it isn't exactly brand new. I mean, its roots go all the way back to the 80s, but wow, has it evolved. It's like going from one of those old-school pocket calculators to a full-blown supercomputer. We've moved way beyond just simple measurement and into the realm of actually predicting what's going to happen next.
So what is it, really? At its heart, HRA is all about making decisions based on evidence, not just gut feelings. It's about using data and stats to make way smarter choices about your people, and then connecting those choices directly to how well the business is actually doing.
And the promise here is, well, it's huge. Imagine being able to use data to find those hidden gems in your company. The people who have a natural knack for innovation. And then you can tailor training for them, figure out what really motivates them, and basically build the perfect environment for creativity to flourish. It's almost like having a blueprint for innovation.
But, and you knew there was a but coming, right? It's not quite that simple. A recent study from Jordan found a really interesting twist in this story. It turns out that just buying the shiniest, most expensive HR software, well, that's not enough. There's something else, a hidden barrier that's stopping companies from getting the results they want. So these researchers decided to check this out in the real world. They went out and surveyed 250 HR specialists in big companies in Jordan. They wanted to see, point blank, does using all this HR analytics stuff actually lead to more innovation from employees on the ground?
Their first hypothesis was pretty straightforward. Is there a direct line between using HR analytics and seeing more innovation? Simple as that. And the data came back with a pretty clear answer. Yes, a big, statistically significant yes, in fact. There was a definite positive connection. But the story doesn't stop there. The researchers suspected there was a missing piece to this puzzle. This is where the study gets really interesting, because it uncovers that missing piece, the secret ingredient, if you will, that completely changes the game. It's the one thing that truly unlocks the power of all this data.
So what is this secret ingredient? It's something called data literacy. And look, this doesn't mean everyone in HR needs to become a PhD-level data scientist. Not at all. It's simply about being comfortable with data, being able to read it, understand what it's telling you, and use it to make a point. It's about seeing the story behind the numbers.
Okay, I love this analogy. Think of it like this. Your fancy HR analytics software, that's a high-performance race car. It's sleek, it's powerful, it's got all the bells and whistles. But what happens if you put someone who doesn't know how to drive in the driver's seat? That car is going nowhere. It's just a very expensive piece of metal. Data literacy, that's the skilled driver who knows how to handle the car and win the race.
And the numbers from the study, they totally back this up. It's so clear. Look at the effect when data literacy is low. Now look what happens as it goes up. The positive impact of HR analytics on innovation doesn't just get a little better, it gets exponentially stronger. We're talking about a massive difference here.
So the real formula isn't just about the tool. The tool by itself gives you a little boost, sure. But the real secret, the true game changer, is combining that powerful tool with skilled people who know how to use it. That's it. HR analytics plus data literacy, that's what equals big innovation. Okay, so what do we do with this? How can you actually put this formula to work in your own company? Let's get practical and break down the key takeaways from all this.
So the big takeaway is this: it's not enough to just buy the fancy software. You have to invest in your people. You have to train your HR teams to be curious, to ask the right questions, and to dig into the data to find the answers. It's about empowering them to move beyond just reporting the numbers and start uncovering the hidden patterns, the real stories. Because when they can do that, they can spot talent you never knew you had and build an environment where innovative ideas can actually take root and grow. It's all about making the data useful.
So, I'll just leave you with one final thought to chew on. Take a look at your own organization and ask yourself this: are you just investing in collecting data, or are you actually investing in people who can understand and use that data? Because that right there might just be the difference between innovating and, well, becoming obsolete.